Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a very special episode of Crash Landing. It's not really that special. It's really loud audio, though. My word. Okay, so this week, I am the Alchemical Rabbit, by the way, and Atoli will be joining us a little later. The reason we are holding an episode right now with just me is because we have to have a talk. And that talk, well, some of you know what this talk is about. This talk is about smelting items. There has been some concern in the... There's been some concern in the comments that I need to build a smeltery, or not a smeltery, but I need to go ahead and build the basics of what I need to do some automated smelting, because at the end of the day I've been wasting resources, which I have an infinite amount of, in only grinding one or not grinding any of my resources, not getting ore doubling, yada yada yada. So, we're going to go ahead and do the basics of that now. We're going to set something up that should, if my thought process is correct, will go ahead and set us up with an unlimited amount of smelting. It'll be a bit slow, but it will still work. So the first thing is you wait for the train in the background to pass. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take this bone meal and I'm going to make some porcelain clay. Bada boom, we have an unfired crucible. Let's go ahead and fire said crucible. Throw some planks into there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put it right over here over this lava area yonder. Night is falling, and considering I don't have a Totally for backup right now, I am going to dive into bed. Can't sleep. There are monsters nearby unless you're in the bed next door, and then you are fine. Okay. So now that we have the crucible set up, this should be relatively simple, I think. He said before everything was incredibly not simple. Okay, so first thing we're going to need to make sure that you don't do that. Okay, let's just take this water, just break this. Darn it. Okay, good. It's not connecting now. Alright, so that will act as our smeltery basin. We're going to go ahead and take this, put that there, put out that fire. So that's going to be our casting table. I am sweating because I'm standing next to lava. That makes sense. Let's go ahead and fill up the water, though, so I don't end up dying. I don't really want to be on here too long without totally doing all the farming, because God knows I don't know how to make any of this food stuff. I am trying to at least go out of my way to harvest what I can find, so at least this growth isn't going to waste. So now that we have that, I think... Now, I don't even think we need a spout. I think we can use a fluid duct and a pneumatic servo, because this is the version of, this is the version where I don't have to have hardened fluid ducts yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a hopper down there. I think this will work. And if it doesn't, we will find a solution momentarily. Hop it back out. So what I need to do is I need to go ahead and make a cast. I have some gold ore dust, and I have a brick. And as we know, when it comes to making things, that's really all you actually need in life. A brick and some dust. So we'll throw that in there. There we go. We've got solid... Okay, molten gold is being made. Good. We're going to go ahead and take the brick, put it into the table like so. It's very hot in this room full of lava. Can't imagine why. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, place this there. Excellent. Take the pneumatic servo, place it there. Ignored. And do output. I don't know how many gold bars I actually need for this. Is one enough? Doesn't look like I need... Okay, I'm going to put another thing of gold into that. And I believe this will work. Now, the thing I don't know about this system is whether or not it will mix things. Like, if I put nickel and iron into there, is it going to end up giving me Ingvar? Because I don't want it to do that, at least not yet. I just want something that can mass produce my iron and gold and all that sort of thing, and I'll deal with the mixins later. Yeah, so that wasn't quite enough, so we'll throw another one in there. Let's go get an iron chest. Do I have a spare iron chest laying around? I don't think I do. I can make one relatively easily, because I still have this one. We have a lot of stones laying around. Okay, that's alright. We have a strong box. We don't really want to use that. We are running a little low on iron at the moment. At least down here, because I don't feel like hammering because I'm lazy. Might have to. Let's go make sure we actually have a mold first. Alright, that looks good. Molten gold, yes. Alright, good. Go ahead and put that back there. So now we have ourselves an ingot cast. So now all I need to do is make that chest. This is, of course, not going to be optimal. Oh, we'll do the hammer thing. Didn't really want to, but might as well be efficient with it. Might as well. Grab a hammer and smackaroo this stuff. So the other thing that I'm going to do is I'm not going to fully automate this system yet, because I'm afraid if I do that it'll clog itself, and I really only want to do it with full blocks. So that way we don't end up with like any partials in the system and getting screwy. And I will expand this. I will expand this probably after we've gone to the city and I've had a better opportunity. Let's see, that's dust. Cool. So I actually only need 8 of these, so we'll do this so we don't waste an extra coal. But this will at least allow us to deal with the iron and tin, silver, that sort of thing. Okay, so we do that. We don't need any more dust. We'll put the wood in there, carrying around a few random things. I do need a little bit of wood to do the iron chest, though, so... Okay, well, while we're waiting on that to smelt up, I'm just thinking... Let's do a test. You know what? Let us see what happens right now if we throw iron and nickel in there. Aluminum, copper, tin, iron. I know this is less than efficient because I'm using crushed instead of sand, but we want to test the tree. That was sudden. Okay. So what I'll do is I will disconnect that. Good. It says there's molten gold in there. That's... What if we put that in there? We put some iron? Okay, it's not letting me put the nickel in. So that probably means it can only contain one type, which is actually good. So that way we don't end up screwing ourselves. Why is there still molten gold in this? So that might be a problem. Put the servo. Okay. So theoretically, maybe I needed 3 bars, and that's what happened. Like maybe I needed 3 bars for the mold, and because I put 4 bars worth of dust in, it had like an extra bar sitting inside. Why didn't it pump out to the table then? Huh. We'll see if it happens again. Okay, still doing okay. We're bleeding through water quickly because I'm full. Here, we'll just chomp some jerky. So, go ahead and harvest this stuff. See you totally if you're watching this episode. I concern myself with your things as well. Rarely, but I do. So let's see. Take the wood. Go ahead and make ourselves an iron chest. Mostly iron, 1 for the storage space. More importantly, so it doesn't burn. Because being this close to lava, I have my concerns. So we'll put it there. It's not ideal. It's not ideal. I know that. We'll put all this dust back in just a moment. My cats look like they're about to kill each other in real life. That's always good. Do that. Boom. Do we have auto? No. Why? Why isn't this working? And I am legitimately asking the comments right now of... I have a fluid duct with a pneumatic servo on it. If I turn you off and on again, nothing happens. Okay, little confused. Does anyone have any idea why that is not working? Okay. So we got 1. Like, it did output 1. Does it need more iron to, like, push the iron that is currently in the pipe out? Let's find out. Here, we're just gonna... I know this is not the most efficient means of doing this. But we're just... We're testing. Alright. Also, I think we can fit 4 in here at a time. Yeah, or something like that. Okay, and there it goes. Okay, so it just needs more of the stuff to push it out, I guess. So we can only really do one type of metal at a time, which for right now is okay. Once we get a little bit more resources, we should be able to automate like 1 for each major type. Okay. So it's going. So what we're going to do is, as soon as we have enough iron, we're going to go ahead and make another hopper. We'll put it on top, and we'll attach a chest to it, and that will be sort of our glorious dump chest, which we will then use to automate everything else. So let's go ahead and get some iron production up and running. At least I think I'm reading how this is all working correctly. I could be completely wrong. It has been known to happen sometimes. So just do the old smackaroony. Do I still have a hammer? I do. For those of you who don't know what I am doing, with this Ex Nihilo mod, when you get gravel ores, what you can do is you can smash them, and there's a small percentage chance, like 25% or something, that you'll end up with more of the next stage of the ore than you started with. So you see, now I have 25, and I think I had like 22 before. Here, I'll actually pay attention this time. So we're starting with 25. Okay. So we have 25 blocks. We'll go ahead and smash all this now down into the dust variety. So it goes gravel, then gravel, sand, then dust. So we do it like that, and then if we take all of these dusts, we end up with, we had 25, now we got 28 plus a little bit of extra. So you can see, that's what I'm saying when I'm all like, I'm being inefficient, is because that method is substantially better. Now what we're going to see is if I put a chest on top of this thing, is it going to catch fire and burn? I think it will. I'm actually going to need 2 chests because I need to make the hopper. 9, whatever. So we'll come up here, make another chest, like so. And then there should be, we're going to see if we have how much iron has come out of the auto smelter. Because see, there's still iron in that pipe, so it doesn't want to empty it completely. So if we put a couple more in there, what I'm wondering, and maybe I'll see in the next episode, is can I pump it out to a tank, and then from a tank to the table, and maybe that'll deal with whatever problem we're having right now. For that, I'll just need some glass and some copper. Just act as a buffer, basically, which I think should be okay. I will have to smelt up some copper, that's okay. Maybe take care of that next time. And we come... Did I just see what I think I just saw? Nope, no I didn't. That's a giant skeleton. I thought it was a ghast head, considering where it was in the sky. How are we doing in here? We can see we still got all the creeper plants there. If we start hearing explosions, that's probably why. How much we got now? That's 5. That's what we needed. Cool. So we'll make a hopper. Chest. Boom, 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 boom. Hopper. Lovely. Come back into here. Drop you on top. Grab a... Oh, the creeper plants. I was like, what? What? These things are loud, man. Alright. So we have, like, this. So if we go ahead and... One moment. Got him. It's like a varmint rifle. I'm like, there's something out in the yard. I better go take care of it. So, take care of those. Drop off some melons. We'll eat some toast. Okay, we'll give you. The coffee beans grow quickly. I'm not really sure if they're worth anything, but... Okay, we got some seaweed. You know, some earth-grown seaweed, plus a bunch of potatoes. Ah, if they hadn't nerfed, If they hadn't nerfed, drop the iron dust in. Check to make sure it's going in. It is. It is very full. Oh, wow, it can hold a lot of dust. Look at... Okay, so it can hold 3 3/4 of a bucket? Or, yeah, which would be 12 and some odd? Okay. So I'm just going to stand here for a moment. We're going to watch this thing work. Okay, we have 1. Now, this isn't the fastest. This is in no way the fastest way to get our ores, but it does at least not use fuel. And it will give us a relatively steady supply. And once again, as long as we're using the blocks of it, we shouldn't end up jamming. So, like, if I went ahead and threw some silver into here, I think the silver would end up pushing the extra iron into this, and then we'd be okay. Okay, yeah, so that is now working. Cool. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for this special episode. A little short, apologize for that, but I wanted to go ahead and cover that because... Well, I have watched enough YouTubers over the years to know how it can be a little infuriating when you're like, just make the thing! And so I have made the thing. Until next time, please remember to like, subscribe, and share. I have been the Alchemical Rabbit, and I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.